Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel, or here if you're a first-time subscriber / viewer, to the Apart Foundation. I know what you're thinking. That sounds a lot like the Heart Foundation. If you don't know the backstory, brothers don't necessarily live together, are Australian, so that's our brotherhood. Apart Foundation. Pretty simple. You'll hear it on all of our streams. Make sure you check them out. They'll be in the link down in the description below. We are currently going to be doing predictions. Now, this is a thing we'll be doing for, at least a while. We got a few seasons planned for it. The seasons will be Mania to Mania. Of course, we're starting this at Super ShowDown, 2 pay-per-views before Mania, so that's kind of, you know, we get 3 pay-per-views in, but hey, we'll still crown a champion. If the loser is Evil Gamer again, I swear to God, he's jinxed. He just doesn't win anything. Alright, so the rules are as followed. We predict the match listed, 1 bonus point for a specific prediction, i.e. Undertaker shows up, chokeslams said superstar loses the match because of it. You have to do that for each match, a specific prediction. That's a rule we have. You get 1 bonus point for getting the whole card right, which I don't think will happen with any of us because these are like 8+ match cards, and unless we're doing a Raw and a SmackDown prediction, it's pretty hard to get these pay-per-views right unless we go back 2 years and WrestleMania was dog shit. The person with the most points after each year's WrestleMania is crowned the Apart Foundation top dog. The person with the least amount of points is noted as the jobber and has to accept the punishment given from the other members. The punishment cannot be dickish. It can be banter, but it can't be hateful. Simple as that. That's our rules. It's pretty straightforward. You guys can obviously take part too. I want to hear your stuff down in the comments below, so let us know what you think. Specifically about the Super ShowDown. I don't know about you boys, but I'm not too excited for this show. I think it's a filler.
Yeah, I could just happily just skip it.
Yeah. It's a 3 a.m. start time.
Miz and Morrison are together.
True. Dirt Sheets back together. Dirt Sheets back together.
Pay-per-view match back together.
Yeah.
I'm just looking forward to it.
Well, let's just hope they actually win, huh? And WWE don't fuck us in the ass. The first thing it says on my match card here is a Hulk Hogan appearance. But I don't think either of us, actually any of us, there's 3 of us, more than just 2. I don't think any of us want to see that.
No.
It's the relationship between WWE and KSI has been strongly focused on WWE trotting out legends. No one fucking
Yeah, I
cares
read that
about
today. Something about KSI wanting to try WWE. But we get KSI versus Hulk Hogan at WrestleMania. Like, what?
Bruh. I'm going to start with our bottom match, our very bottom match, which is actually not confirmed yet. It's rumored. They might confirm it like before they show up, I guess, because SmackDown's after Super ShowDown. But we'll go with it for now because we think Shinsuke's actually injured, like properly injured. We know he got the staples in his head, but who knows, sometimes people can compete with stitches. First match, Intercontinental Championship, Braun Strowman, the champion, versus Shinsuke Nakamura. My prediction for this, if it happens, of course, if this doesn't happen, we won't lose a point at all. We'll all just write it off because it doesn't matter. But I'm going to go with Braun to win easily. He slams Zayn, he slams Shinsuke, and he slams Cesaro. All 3 eat a finisher from Braun. That's my special prediction. I think Braun gets a W here, definitely. All right, I'm gonna throw it. I'm gonna throw it in this direction for me. So it goes to Evil next, and then Changa. So Evil, go for it.
All right. Well, mine's pretty much similar to yours, except Braun after Sammy just tries to interfere. I don't see Cesaro showing up to Saudi.
That's true. It's a good point.
Mine is Braun wins clean after hitting 3 consecutive running power slams in the middle of the ring.
Wins clean with 3 slams. I like that. We all kind of got a similar part here. Like we got the run in for Evil and I, and then we got the 3 slams for Changa and I. But mine are on all 3. So I like that. We've all got Braun winning though. That's what we're pretty much getting to. Is that if Shinsuke wins this back, we will. I
don't see Sammy going there. I just thought about that.
You're right. Actually, he's got issues with it.
Syrian, because he's Syrian.
Okay. That's a good point. It could be a throwaway match.
I don't know if you want to reconsider. If you want to, you know, because I feel like he's not going to be there.
I'll stick with my pick, but I'll take away the prediction of he slams Zayn. I think he slams Shinsuke and Cesaro, because I think Cesaro still manages him.
Sure.
Well, I'm going to have to just take away my bonus altogether.
Oh.
Yeah, I guess. Sure. Have you got any special way that the match is going to finish? Like a Kinshasa ducked into like a power slam or?
Not really.
Alright, well...
It's just gotta be a filler match, really.
Alright, we'll still count the point.
Yeah, if we all get the win, we'll all just count the bonus point anyway, because it's essentially going to be the refreshments and toilet break match. We all know that.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
Alright, we move into the Tuwake Trophy match. I'm sorry if I'm getting that wrong. It's not my pronunciation of that. But it is the Gauntlet match, which is interesting. I think I would have preferred this if this was like all the superstars in the ring at once. but we all know what WWE are like with multi-man matches. They like to take the fun out of it. So we have Rey Mysterio versus R-Truth versus AJ Styles versus Andrade versus Eric Rowan versus Bobby Lashley. Lana probably shows up because she did for the last one. I don't know if we get Rowan's little monster in the cage. We might. Do we get the club? Do we get Dominic? Who knows? But for this one, I have Styles to win. And I think the way my little bonus prediction is he claims he's the best in the world and the club are the best faction in the world because he won the Tuwaiq trophy and the club won the tag team best in the world title when they were over there last time. So I think that's their little gimmick they're going to run with leading into Mania, that the club and AJ Styles are the best faction in WWE. Maybe an Undisputed Era little lineup there, but who knows? I'm going to go with AJ, and he's definitely going to take that title and run with it. I think he's going to propel to the moon. Evil, what you got for us?
Well, I'm going to go with Andrade winning.
Ooh, I like it.
And my only real special condition here is either Zelina gets involved.
Okay, I can see that.
Well, Zelina gets involved, obviously, because Zelina's his manager.
Yep.
And Rey will be the last one standing against him.
Rey's the last one in. Shit, I like that, actually. That's good booking.
Alright, well, mine is Rey Mysterio wins, just because, get the cheap pop from the fans. Everyone loves Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, everyone
The
loves Rey.
final two, Andrade and Rey Mysterio. Last time there was a gauntlet match on Raw, Andrade cost it for Humberto, so I think Humberto's going to cost it for Andrade, and Rey's going to beat Andrade, and that adds fuel to the fire for the WrestleMania rumored match.
Yeah, that's the Fatal 4-Way,
between
right?
Garza, Humberto, Rey, and Andrade for the US title.
Dude, unrelated note, I hope that happens at Mania. That's a banger of a match if they do that.
Yeah, that actually does sound pretty decent.
I like that booking though. You've gone back and you've done some research. Obviously, Humberto's like one of your favorite superstars.
Sure.
But you've done some research
so
there.
why wouldn't he be?
He does follow me. I got to admit.
Yeah, and also follow us on Twitter. Shameless plug. We have our Twitters down below. Go follow them. If you don't, what are you even doing here? We're going to move into the SmackDown Women's Championship match, which I really don't think should be on the card. And that's not hate towards the women's division of SmackDown, but I think this is a filler match, and I would have much preferred to see Carmella take Naomi's spot. But they have to move forward. They have to get to Mania. We all think, I think at least two of us in this call thinks it's going to be Sasha and Bayley at Mania. The rumors were they were going to do Bayley and Naomi at Mania, but they're doing it now, so why would they do it again? Who knows? It is Vince McMahon. So that match is, of course, Bayley, the champion, versus Naomi, singles. No falls count anywhere, nothing special, just another singles women match. Pretty cool, because like the women obviously are wrestling in Saudi Arabia, which is second time ever. It's also a woman of color, which is really cool, because I really thought they would keep going with the blondes with the blue eyes and all that kind of stuff, So that's cool that Naomi's getting a spot there, but I don't have her winning. I have her losing by a dirty pin, setting her and Sasha up for a #1 contenders match on SmackDown, which I then think Sasha will win and then turn on Bayley, like whole Randy Orton Bray Wyatt feud back in the day. But I think dirty pin, foot on the ropes, or a roll up because the ref's distracted or something, but Bayley gets this win in a really dirty fashion. I don't think it's just a Bayley to belly and then a 1-2-3. This rivalry keeps going, so I've got Bayley winning.
Alright, well, I've also got Bayley winning, but via a different way here.
Okay.
I've got Bayley winning via a disqualification. Sasha interferes and actually attacks Bayley, thus setting up.
Oh, okay. I like it. Yeah.
You see how the thought process is there. Instead of having Banks versus Offset against Naomi or Carmella in a one-on-one match to determine #1 contender, why not just cut that out of the picture? Have Banks attack Bayley at Saudi Arabia
And then build to it.
and build to it from there.
I like it. That's actually a good call. I went with the whole SmackDown like the day after, but that's smart. I like it. What you got for us, Changa?
Mine is Naomi wins by disqualification after Bayley just lays her out with a kendo stick or a chair.
Oh, okay.
And then, maybe Sasha wins the chamber for SmackDown, challenges Bayley. I don't know what they're going to do, but I think Naomi will win by disqualification.
I like it. We've all gone kind of differently here. I'm okay with that. They got some special picks in there. One of us has to get something right. If all three of us don't get our special predictions right there and it is just a clean pinfall for Bayley, then fuck my life, dude.
We'll delete the channel and just never make a video ever again.
Oh shit, now he said it. It's going to happen.
No, do not say that. Hang on.
The channel will fall apart.
Yeah,
Alright.
You'll never see him again.
Yeah, you are. Well, okay, apparently. Never seen me. Cool. Alright. King Corbin versus Roman Reigns steel cage match, which I think I can speak for all of us. Maybe not Changa so much, but I just want this to end. It's been like 6 months of Corbin versus Roman, and I don't mind him. I like Corbin as a heel. I like Roman as a face, but I kind of wish it was
over
like,
the matches.
yeah, Roman versus someone else instead of Corbin over and over and over again. They've had some good matches. The street fight or whatever it was, Falls Count Anywhere at the Rumble was actually pretty good. But I feel like it's taking away from a lot of the SmackDown hype that's supposed to be behind the Fiend and potentially behind other superstars after this event. So I just want it to be finished. I do think Roman gets the win here. I think he secures the victory. I think that propels him then to win the SmackDown Chamber and challenge for the title at Mania. But my prediction, my special prediction, is 3 Superman punches are hit onto Corbin, and then of course the victory happens, whether that be spear or just a pinfall, I'm not sure. But I'm going with 3 Superman punches. That's my prediction, because that motherfucker just locks and loads no matter how many times he wants. So I'm going with 3. That's the lucky number. What do you got, Eagle?
Alright, so I'm going with Roman.
Yep.
Because I don't really see Corbin winning. But I see with the help of the Usos, because Ziggler and Roode try to interfere.
Okay, yep. I like it. I like it.
And probably Roman winning via escaping the cage.
Escaping the cage, okay. Front door or top? This doesn't count as a bonus, but I just got to know where you think. Is he going over or through the front?
Over the top.
Okay, over the top. Shit, I wish he would, man. We haven't had an over the top escape in how long?
Oh, man, I can't even remember. I think it was like, 2009.
Yeah. I know Hardy and Punk was Punk was over the top, but
I know Sheamus and Cesaro actually won over the top.
Actually, yeah, you're right.
Well, one of them escaped over the top, one of them escaped through the door, I'm pretty sure.
But that was still years ago.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
3 years ago.
Yeah.
Long ass time. Alright, Changa, what do you got for us? What's your special prediction?
Alright. Roman Reigns for the win, of course.
Of course.
Ziggler and Roode basically stop Roman from escaping, and then Roman just kills them both and then pins Corbin on the inside of the cage.
Yeah, I like it.
The win.
I like it. We've all got Roman winning, essentially saying we're pretty done with this rivalry. WWE, Vince, everyone who's booking this, please move past it. We're pretty done with it.
Create a team, just move on.
Yeah, it's
simple as that.
It's run its course. It's run its course. I'm actually kind of not excited, I guess, but I'm kind of like happy it's coming to an end. That's like built my excitement up for this match. I don't really care like about the match per se. It's a stipulation, which is cool, but like I'm actually happy because we're finally going to get the rivalry to end and see where Corbin goes for Mania, because everyone thinks Roman's going to the title scene, so where does Corbin go, you know?
Yeah.
Alright, we move into the SmackDown Tag Team Championship match, which is the champions, the New Day, versus John Morrison and The Miz, the Dirt Sheet, whatever you want to call them, Joe Mo and Miz. I don't know where you want to go with that, but I actually don't see Miz and Morrison winning here. I think they win at Mania. But I think I've written down New Day to win. There's a tandem on SmackDown to create a fatal 4-way for Mania. That's my special prediction, which kind of includes SmackDown. It's a little bit of cheating. But I think New Day win here. I don't know if it's whether clean or dirty. I'm not too sure. But then on SmackDown, they come out and they start saying how we won. Then Miz and Morrison come out. Then Heavy Machinery. And then Roode and Ziggler. And it just throws all these teams into it. Usos as well. And they all have like this big tandem match to see what happens at Mania, which I think will be a 4-way, like 4 corners as they do, tag team match. Much like the women's one at last Mania.
I've actually got a Dirt Sheet on this one.
Okay, he's going with Dirt Sheet to win. Ooh.
And I reckon it's just going to be a nice, simple, clean match. You know, probably lasts 10, 15 minutes max. And Morrison just cleanly pinned Kofi. Probably after Sasha Pain.
Morrison to pin Kofi. That's a big call considering this time last year Kofi was like right in Kofi Mania, you know?
And John Morrison was in TNA.
Yeah, we don't talk about that. Johnny Impact.
Johnny Cactus.
Yeah, we're just...
I actually can't believe that was a thing, Johnny Cactus.
It shouldn't have been. Yeah. It shouldn't have been. But, you know, creative direction is not always good in these companies. We've worked that out.
Yep.
Alright, Changa, what do you got for us?
Mine is Miz and Morrison win the tag belts.
Okay.
After Big E accidentally takes out Kofi with like a running spear or something.
Please tell me you're going towards the turn here for Big E.
It's an unintentional turn.
Yes. I'm okay with it.
Later down the line.
I'm okay with it.
I'm okay with it.
Maybe we get Big E Kofi at Mania.
I would love that. Even if it's pre-show, I would love that. I think there needs to be a singles run for Big E somewhere. And with Xavier out, you know, it's hard to do with just Kofi. So,
yeah. Speaking of Mania, guys, did you hear that it's going to be the longest Mania?
I heard it has 2 less matches on the card than last year's Mania. But apparently the match is scheduled that they're going with, even though they've thrown the whole card around. It's supposed to be a longer run time. So I don't know if that's going to mean the pre-show's 3 hours instead of the actual event being like 7 to 8 hours. But either way, it still ends up being like an 8-hour show. That's a lot of fucking wrestling, dude. I was worn out by last year's Mania.
It's going to be good.
Well, I love long shows. I don't get people who complain that Mania's 5 hours. I find it as, when are we gonna get a show that long? Like I enjoy it.
Yeah.
There are some matches I could not care at all about.
Yeah, same here. But they're the matches that I don't.
But I'll still tune into them, but I'll be focused on something else while they're going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely
But
agree.
if they do 6-hour Mania, 34-hour Mania, 12-year Mania, I'll still sit and watch the whole thing.
If they gave us like a 6 to 7 hour Mania of decent matches all around, like even like, I don't know, the bathroom break is like Braun and Baron or something, people are like, it's not that great. I'd still be really okay with it because that's good booking. I'm okay with that. And storytelling. Last year's Mania had a lot of good storytelling, but it also had a few matches where I was kind of like, Miz and Shane specifically, I didn't give a fuck about, but that just could be because like I really don't like Shane McMahon that much. So I've gone New Day, you two guys have gone Morrison and Miz. You've heard the stipulations. Make sure you guys put the answers down below who you think is going to win this tag match, because this could go either way. This is New Day versus the Dirt Sheet. Dirt Sheet are on fire, but the New Day are the New Day. We all know how they feel about winning belts. WWE just keeps throwing them titles, so we'll see. We move into the Raw Tag Team Championship. Seth Rollins and Buddy Murphy, the champions, versus the Street Profits. This was just announced. I'm not really sure how I feel about it. There's not been much hype. They had a singles match. Well, both team members had singles matches today on Raw, or yesterday on Raw, while we're filming this. And then they had like KO and RKO, but they still got involved with KO. So like, I really don't know where they're going with this angle. I don't see Seth and Buddy holding these belts till Mania. I think this is just a filler to give them the belts while there's a hostage situation with the main title, because that's what we call Brock Lesnar's title run. So I've written down Rollins and Murphy to retain. I think they lose it at Elimination Chamber, but they retain here. Ref distraction, Seth pinfall, it builds to Mania. Because I think Street Profits win the titles and then defend them against some Raw teams. And I think we go with Seth versus Buddy or Seth versus KO. But I'm not too sure where they're going with AOP and Buddy Murphy in this faction. Like, Monday Night Messiah is cool, but where do you take it after they lose these titles? Like, you can't put him in the main scene because that's Drew and Brock. So where does he go, So I'm not too sure. This is a really shaky match. As I said, I do have it as my specialty, is that Rollins and Murphy win, but it's a ref distraction by Buddy on the apron or something, and he's like, "Oh, ref, look here," and then Seth just rolls them up, pulls the tights, 1, 2, 3, they're out of the ring. Street Profits still look strong in defeat, but Seth and Buddy stay in the highlight of Raw. Evil, what do you got for us?
Yeah, I've just got Seth hitting Angelo, really.
Yeah,
Seth and
pretty
Angelo.
straightforward.
Yeah.
I
I've
like
got
it.
no interest in this match whatsoever.
It's a bit like that. It's kind of like a filler, which sucks because it's Seth and Buddy, and they're super talented.
Well, I probably would have been more excited if it was like Seth and Murphy against, say, what's it called?
I don't think there is one.
The Viking Raiders, dude. That's about it.
Like, that would probably
I
be a
would
bit...
care less about that match, honestly.
Or even against the OC.
OC wouldn't have been
True.
bad, but I think they're trying to work towards the OC being involved in this AJ Taker storyline if it's going to happen.
Sure.
So,
Yeah. Alright.
all right, Changa, what do you got?
Mine is Rollins and Murphy win by Authors of Pain shenanigans.
I like that. I was going to go with that, but I don't know if we'd have too many because of I can't give them away, because of my later predictions.
Yeah.
I couldn't go with more shenanigans because I've already got enough shenanigans happening. So,
Yeah.
but it is WWE, so that could happen. When do we think, I'm going to ask this question, this doesn't count as a bonus point, but we need to know, and I'm sure everyone watching needs to know, when do we think AOP split from the Monday Night Messiah and his disciple and Buddy Murphy and challenge him for the belts and win the belts? Do we think Mania that happens, or do we think EC, Elimination Chamber, on a Raw?
I think it'll stick around a bit longer. I feel like, because if they just kill it now, then he'll no longer be the Monday Night Messiah, you know what I mean?
That's
And then-
true.
I reckon Mania.
I think
Mania, pretty sure.
June time, probably.
Yeah, okay, I can see that.
Mania-
Mania pre-show is a
Money in
good
the-
prediction too.
Money in the Bank time, probably.
And then have Seth win Money in the Bank, hold it till next year's Mania, cash in again. I'm okay with that. I'm okay
Give
with
it to
that.
Mustafa Ali.
Oh, he was robbed, dude. He deserves it. That's a good point. He was robbed. Coming to the end of the card now, actually. We are up to the last 2 matches. I'm not sure which one's going to highlight the night. I have written down that the Universal Championship will, because of how I think it's going to end. But you could argue that with the WWE Championship, because I've also got shenanigans for that. So we'll start with Brock, WWE Championship, Brock versus Ricochet. I think I speak for everyone watching, everyone involved in WWE when I say, what the fuck? this match is really weird. They're building Ricochet up to look like he actually could be in contention to win. And I think I'd prefer to see Ricochet versus Drew at Mania because of the match potential. But now that they had that segment in the Rumble and the last couple of weeks with Drew saying he's going to annihilate Brock, it just feels pointless to put the belt on Ricochet. They could be working for a triple threat. I don't know.
I hope not.
Do I see Ricochet as a main event player? Not at the moment. That's not saying he's not a good wrestler, but he's not the best on the mic, so I don't really think he has that it factor per se. So this is a real weird one. I have it just plain and simple. Brock to retain. Drew will show up. It's very, very simple. I think Drew doesn't get involved, but I think maybe even after Brock wins, Drew's music hits and he walks out and points to him, and then points to the Mania sign if they have one set up. They usually do. So I don't know, something cliche, but they need to have Drew appear, I think, because he's supposed to be the next champion. He's being groomed, right? So if he doesn't show up at this pay-per-view, it's kind of like, well, we just had that happen with Brock for the last 2 years, so is it going to happen again with Drew? So I think Drew shows up, but Brock wins. Simple as that.
Sure.
Evil, what do you got?
Well, obviously Brock retains.
Yep.
Because no offense to Ricochet, I love Ricochet. I reckon he's a pretty incredible fucking person overall. He's great in the ring. In terms of what he can do. He kind of reminds me of a younger version of Eddie.
Yeah, okay, I can see that.
With how quick he can be, with how much chemistry he has with the small guys such as Rey Mysterio, Andrade, the cruiserweight division.
Mm-hmm.
He has a lot of chemistry there with them. Unfortunately, with me having him go up against Brock and Brock winning, I see Brock squashing him with German suplexes like we've seen at SummerSlam
14.
2014, wasn't it?
Yeah, 14.
So you think quick match, like 10 suplexes, F5, it's over?
Yeah.
Okay. I like it.
Funnily enough, I kind of agree with Evil.
Oh, okay.
Brock Lesnar wins, but in the match he hits 20 German suplexes to Ricochet.
20, that's very specific. I like it.
20 or more.
20 or fuck.
Well,
Jesus.
isn't the record 16?
I think 15 or 16 on Cena, yeah.
I could see him breaking that record, especially because it's Brock and it's
Maybe we'll get a few Ricochet backflip lands out of the
That would be cool, yeah. Have him
the German.
make a cool spot, because at the Rumbles they've done Finn versus Brock and Daniel Bryan versus Brock, and they've done AJ and Brock and all that kind of stuff. And Brock performs well with a smaller man, and he has some really good spots where the speed factor plays into it. So maybe they will try to make Ricochet look at least a little strong when he goes for a suplex and he lands it and then looks him dead in the eye and he's like, "What's up? I got your number." And then of course F5, it's all over. But I still think that's actually pretty good booking. We've all gone with Brock. Mine was definitely the most simple. I took the cheap way out to get an easy point out of this. I was like, hey,
yours will probably happen. I just wanted to
took
at least one obscure thing.
I honestly think that all three might happen. It could be a squash in terms of Evil's factor. It could be 20 suplexes, and then it could be Drew shows up. Literally a 30-second match, That'd be really ironic if that happens. But we've all got Brock retaining, because this program with him and Drew going to Mania is just, I think it's too big to write off.
Yeah, there's no way they just drop it.
Yeah.
5 weeks before Mania.
Yeah, unless they think Brock can't sell tickets.
And I have a funny feeling right now that we're all going to say
maybe. We might not be. Okay, so the last match he's talking about is the Universal Championship. The Fiend, Bray Wyatt, not Firefly Funhouse, but The Fiend versus Goldberg. But the caption here, it literally says, is this match came out of left field, and I could not fucking agree more. This match just kind of was thrown together because they sell tickets out of Goldberg's name, especially in international events. But I also kind of think with them not selling a lot of tickets for this year's Mania, and everyone writing it off as it's an okay Mania this year, focus on next year's already, even though they haven't announced anything, I kind of feel like they're going to throw a spanner in the works. And what I mean by that is, my prediction for this match is Goldberg wins. And the way I have that happening is Taker has a run-in. Instead of against AJ, which is his supposed opponent at Mania, I think Taker runs in, or lights go out, either or, however you want to interpret that. He costs Bray the match, and it sets up for Bray versus The Undertaker at Mania. And Goldberg versus Roman is where I'm going with that. Because that's spear versus spear. That's a good way to put the strap on Roman after Mania by beating a legend that not many people would really care if he loses the belt. Whereas if Roman beats The Fiend clean at Mania, there's going to be backlash, just like Roman versus Taker at 33. So I can't see Bray losing clean or in a clean manner by just a pinfall. I can see it happening by shenanigans, of course, but I can definitely see Undertaker wanting to wrap up his career and potentially taking another Mania loss to a superstar that's about to be the next Undertaker. So I think Taker runs in, costs Bray. Bray then doesn't even want to pursue the belt anymore because he doesn't care about the belt. He's not been about that whole I'm the champion. He's about like, okay, I'm going to take this guy out. He's essentially the new legend killer. So I think he goes straight after Taker, and that's Mania booked right there. You put Goldberg, Roman in the main event, Taker and Bray in the co-main event, and your ticket sales go straight up through the roof, in my opinion. So, of course, with that being said, Goldberg wins for me. I'm kind of okay with that too. So, Evil, what do you got for us?
I'm pretty much similar to you with the whole Goldberg winning and Taker coming in and you know, interfering and everything, which I can actually see, you know, all the valid points behind it, because realistically, if they do that type of field, they could push that to Mania, right?
Yeah.
They could push that to Mania, say, possibly Hell in a Cell? Possibly Hell in a Cell at Mania, Taker versus Fiend. And as much as it kills me, for those that don't know, I am a massive Taker fan.
He is. Huge Taker fan.
I can see Taker losing at Mania.
Yeah, I think it's the passing of the torch.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
that will be the passing of the torch. Taker's been in this business since he was 18 years of age.
A
He is
long
now
ass time.
54.
It's a long
He's
ass
now
time.
54,
Yeah.
going on 55.
Crazy.
So, you know,
So we both got to take a run in. That's our bonus point, yeah?
I want Taker to retire.
I think we
And
all kind of...
I think I wanted Undertaker to retire after either that second Triple H match at 20-0 or after that Punk match to 21-0. He should have never wrestled again after them.
Yeah. Changa, what do you got for us?
Take a run in.
Look at that.
But
Look at that.
mine is a lot different than yours in
Okay.
a way.
You got
So-
mine, Drew?
The Fiend wins,
Ooh.
but Undertaker attacks Goldberg to set up a rematch of their disaster of a match at Crown Jewel.
It was so bad.
Disaster of a match.
Okay.
After, lights go out, Goldberg's down in the ring, Undertaker's standing there, Fiend pins him. You get a Undertaker Fiend face-off, but it doesn't lead to anything. It's just kind of like, Fiend's like, I'm you, I'm the new you. And Taker just, lights go out, he's gone. Which
I
leads
like
to
it.
John Cena
Oh.
entering the Elimination Chamber and challenging winning it and versing the Fiend at WrestleMania for the Universal title.
Okay, you're going with the spice up pick because I'm going Roman for EC, but that's obviously a month away. But I like that. I like that. Cena enters the chamber. Who does he replace? Shinsuke? Or someone
I think
who's
there's only like 2 confirmed, isn't there? Roman and Sheamus.
Well, they posted the
I know there was that.
the
display,
graphic, but it didn't
But
have
I
Sheamus
saw
in it.
Sheamus wasn't on that, and
Yeah.
he's declared for it. So
Yeah.
I don't know what they're gonna do with that.
They've definitely I think
Yeah.
they've kind of realized that their whole WrestleMania plans were like leaked, so now they're just like, alright, fuck it, let's rewrite the whole thing and just go with what we think is going to sell the most tickets. But I like that Cena Fiend thing. It's very similar to what my brother had picked actually. And then Taker and Goldberg for a rematch at Mania are still going to sell big tickets. Bill has been announced to be at Mania, so he's fully expected to be there. So just depends on what caliber. Will he have the blue belt, or will he just be Bill Goldberg in his
Will he just be Big William?
Big William in
Yeah,
his
they-
potential last match?
Do we really want to see Goldberg versus Taker one last time?
I mean, I'd rather see that than Goldberg be the champ, to be honest.
Yeah, I kind of agree. I don't really like Goldberg or part-time people as the champion. I was kind of only okay with it because it then puts the strap on Roman. I think he's gone long enough without being champ. But I want Roman as a heel, so that's why I wanted the Goldberg match, because Goldberg plays a really good babyface, even if he is a heel. And then people start to hate Roman. Say he wins, he comes back out the belt, and he's like, this is my yard now, once again. Drops the mic. Hey, we got mean heel Roman. Finally, because fuck, no one likes him as a babyface. He's trying to be the new Cena, but we don't need that. We need a new generation of star. Like, Cena didn't try to be the new Rock, Cena tried to be Cena, like The Rock didn't try to be the new Hulk Hogan, The Rock tried to be The Rock. So we need a new male superstar to step up and kind of be like,
Roman could be like a heel Triple H if he wants to, like someone like that, for sure.
He could definitely have that gimmick of like, I'm a powerhouse, but I'm also smart. I've also got the looks and the fucking body and the faction behind me. If he wanted to, he could get Seth and all them back in his faction. I think that's I think they're definitely grooming Roman to have the title, but I'm not too sure in which direction they're going to go. Whether it'll be like, hey, he's babyface Roman and he's babyface Sasha, SmackDown champions, and he's heel Drew maybe, and heel Shayna as Raw champions. Like they might go that direction, but who knows? We'll save that for our WrestleMania predictions. If you guys have enjoyed what you've seen, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, share the video, tell your friends, tell your parents, tell anyone who watches wrestling, tell your dog. We don't mind. Just get more views on this video because you love us. Make sure you guys tune in next week. We will have another video up weekly, maybe bi-weekly, maybe 3 a week. Who knows? We don't actually have a schedule just yet. It's whatever we can compile, whether it's highlights, whether it's predictions, whether it's...
There might even be another one after this one.
He's right. He's right. We do have Elimination Chamber coming up soon, and we might just decide to be creative and put together another video immediately after this one and upload it a day later. Who knows? Make sure, of course, you follow us all on Twitch. Our descriptions are down below. We do all stream quite regularly. We're all wrestling fans, as you could probably tell. So that's the majority of our content. We've got a bit of variety in there too. So if you like what you see, of course, stay tuned for more. And from me, and of course the boys on the left of me here, we will see you guys next time.
Stay safe.
Peace.